Paulson, Pinnacle Wrestling.
Yeah, baby.
How's how you guys doing down here?
Good.
Nationals.
Good. Today is just a hammer day, though.
Yeah.
You know, I think we had 11 on the front side this morning, but every match is just like you're getting a hammer. So it's fun. You get great competition. It's a great way to find losses, that's for sure. And you know, you see some great wrestling. I mean, the kids are so good right now, and it's fun to watch. Way better than when I was a kid. The level is it's unbelievable.
What's different?
You know, the technique. I think obviously with clubs and that type of thing, there's a lot of guys that were in college that are now coaching. And, you know, there's just so I think the level of technique and intensity and is just a lot higher now.
Any trends you're picking up on, like some different tendencies that are coming out this year in some of these younger wrestlers?
You know, not so much. It's we've been here I think 9 straight years. Pinnacle has, and you see some of the same stuff that we always need to work on, and we try to stay with our system and then improve it. Okay, well, this is working. You know, on top, I think the aggressiveness is very important, and I think that's like for us. It's like we got to get more aggressive on top, and see some guys with legs. Some of the PA guys are here are hurting us with legs a little bit. So now we gotta work on that. So it's more like what are our guys doing, and how can we improve? So, but not necessarily any trend that everybody's doing something. You know.
Sure. What about when you guys decide who's coming down here? Is it like anybody in the club's coming down? Do you take elite guys? What kind of decision you make there?
Everybody's invited, you know. So we tell them, hey, this is a high-level tournament. This is a long trip, you know, for so we have a bus that comes down, and so we probably have about 20 guys in that, and then maybe 6, 7, 8 come on their own or whatever. But it's a long trip, so you better be ready for high competition. And you know, our elite guys, we want them all down here. They don't all come, but we want them all here. But you know, it's jobs and families, and can they get them there, and you know, that type of thing. So it's hard, but we want our best guys to get here because one, we get to see them against the best. You know, 2, great competition for them, and see what we can learn.
What's communication like with, you have some guys that are starting to have local success and then come down here and have an eye-opener?
Yeah, it's good for them. It's good to find losses sometimes. And, you know, a lot of times it's those kids that are maybe really powerful or really fast, and they can get away with stuff back home, but, you know, they get down here and it's like, you got to realize that now you actually need to set up your takedowns. You need to get some angles. You need to get some ties to get, so that's great for them. And our room is pretty tough, so a lot of the guys see the pretty high level competition before they get here, you know. So that's one, but you're seeing different types of wrestling as well.
So what do you, when a guy's leaving Pinnacle, maybe going, do college guys train with you guys?
Yeah, a little bit more in the off season they will, but internationally then we, Jared and I do the Greco and freestyle a little bit and whatever, but most of the time it's up through high school and then college, and then they'll come back if they need something, they want to work on something, but in the off season, in the summer and stuff, we'll work with them.
What are you pumped about if a guy's moving on, going to the next level that they can take from Pinnacle?
What am I pumped about?
Yeah. What do you hope they leave with?
Well, one that everything that wrestling teaches you. You know, obviously, love the fight. You know that wrestling is hard, right? Wrestling's a tough sport, and you got to learn to enjoy some of that tough things about wrestling, because not everybody can do it, right? There's hard things, and that's the discipline in weight cutting. That's going on a 10-hour bus ride and making weight right after. That's pulling in a single leg with 10 seconds left, and you got to get that win. You know, that's pushing yourself as hard as you can in practice when you don't feel good. You know, there's a whole thing that encompasses, and I hope that's part of it. That's part of what they get is to love the fight. But there's a lot of things just about life that they learn. Respect. You want to be respectful of your opponent. Doesn't mean you need to bow down to them, but you respect other wrestlers. You're a good sport is very important to us. You shake hands, you shake the other coach's hand, and you look people in the eye, and so there's a lot of things. But love the fight, baby. Love the fight.
It's funny you say it. You're like, they got to get through a 10-hour bus ride, making weight, and I'm like, man, I want to make weight and do a 10-hour bus ride. That's what I want.
Hey, I mean, you just got to look at it. That's what it is. You just got to do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to. It's an attitude. You go into practice. You don't always want to go to practice. You don't don't always want to be pumped up for practice, but if you can change your attitude, like, hey, it's fun, let's go. This is what I do. You know, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. You know, so that's kind of what we try to. It's an attitude change of how you look at things. You know, and you can change your perception of anything and have a better time and enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah. So, man, Pinnacle Wrestling, it's been like a standard for the wrestling club. It's been around. What if I were to decide to start a club? What would be like your first advice?
Well, for us, it's, you know, when Jared and I got together, it was like, we got to get guys better.
Yeah.
If we get guys better, they're going to come. And get guys better, you got to have passion for wrestling. You got to have passion for the kids. You know, so sometimes it's doing that extra work where you're coming in at 9 o'clock at night to do a private for free for somebody to get that guy better, so he can be a state champion or a section champion or whatever it is. Everybody's at different levels, you know, and working with all those different levels and trying to get guys to be great. I mean, great being the best that they can be, right? Because everybody's not a world champion. Everybody's not, you know, Mason Kilty, Emily Shilson, and Greg Kirtley. These guys want to make it to state as a high school kid, you know. So we got to get that guy better as well. And really, that's kind of how we've grown, trying to get guys better and have a passion for the kids. So
thanks for what you do, man. It's kids are lucky to have guys like you in their corner, so appreciate it. Anything else to share?
No, getting ready for the season. We got a lot of travel. Awesome news from Flow. I was pumped about Flow Nationals, and now they're going to be. It looks like they're going to be streaming some Greco. I heard.
Yeah.
You know, we got the ranking series coming up, so for senior level, so I get to watch a little bit more Greco. So I love that. So thanks for Flow for everything they do.